Hello, welcome to Chef's Resources. Today we are going to be doing an out-of-the-box review of the Paudin chef's knife. Hope I pronounced that name right. So this is an 8-inch chef's knife, and out of the box you've got a small brochure in here that gives some of the basic information. See if I can hold that up so you can read it if you want to. Just tell some about the knife and about warranty, caring for it, so on. And here's a warranty card. And it does say that it is a 100% warranty. If for any reason you aren't satisfied with your order, please contact us for a free replacement or full refund. We offer 100% money back guarantee. It is packed pretty nicely. This is kind of a standard packaging for a lot of these knives, which I do like that packaging because it protects the knife during shipping. All right, get this stuff out of the way. So it is 8 inches for the blade, 5 inches for the handle, total of 13 inches. It is stamped with their logo here. It has a full tang, which is awesome because that's going to give it extra strength and stability, durability. It has a nice little end cap here, a single pin going all the way through. And the design, you can see it has a hammered edge on it, on the top half. That both makes it look very cool, but it also does help with releasing products while you're doing slicing and cutting and so on, especially things like potatoes. It's just over 8 ounces in weight, so it's pretty light. It has an ergonomic handle, which is an ABS handle. Some type of a, let me see if I can read this here, kind of hard to pronounce, acrylonite butadiene styrene. That's what ABS stands for. Basically, it's a man-made product that's highly durable. I do like the fluted bolster here. It feels good in the hand. The forefinger rests real nicely in there. It's just slightly sharp here. Not really sharp, but it could have just a little bit more of a rounded edge on the spine, but it's not bad at all. It is a 5CR15 MOV high carbon steel, which is a German stainless steel. The high carbon means, of course, that it will be very stain resistant and corrosion resistant. It has a Rockwell weight rating of 58 or higher. That's a little bit lower than VG10. So VG10 steel is also used for a lot of culinary type knives. It's a little harder. The benefit of this particular steel on this knife is it's not quite as brittle. So this knife has a little bit more flexibility. It will probably tend to get less chipping on the edge of the knife. It's also easier to sharpen than a VG10 because the steel's not quite as hard, but it will also lose its knife edge a little bit quicker than, say, a VG10. But that shouldn't be a problem if you know how to sharpen a knife, because this softer steel will be pretty quick and easy to bring back up to the sharpened edge that you desire. The knife retails on Amazon for right around 30 bucks. So let's give it a couple of tests to see how it handles on the knife cutting tests. First up is going to be the minced shallot test. And of course, this is to find out how well it can handle slicing through the shallot, the denseness of it. And that is very nice. It's not really getting any resistance on there. Some knives kind of get stuck a little bit while trying to do this. That is also very, very nice, and it's keeping a pretty thin profile while going down through there. Yeah, so that is really beautiful for the mince. Next up, we'll do a basil chiffonade. So the purpose of this test is just to see the craftsmanship of the edge of the blade, to make sure that it's nicely fine-tuned. It's not like having little, making sure that the edge is very smooth. So what we're looking for is very nice, clean chiffonade here without any ripping or tearing or bruising going on. And you can see that there's no bruising here. It's just a very beautiful chiffonade. Next up is a green onion test. So this again is to check the quality of the edge. And you know how sometimes when you slice green onions, you'll end up with having it cut through the top but not through the bottom. Now part of that can just be your lack of skill, but it can also have something to do with the craftsmanship of the knife. So all the cuts are going all the way through, and yeah, it did a nice job on this test as well. No ripping, no tearing. Okay, next is the carrot pull test. So this test is really designed to test how well the blade can pull through a carrot. So usually when we're doing carrots, you know, we're doing the normal motion like this or like this. What this test does, let me square this off so it won't slide around on me. So this test is just checking to see how well it can pull through something as dense as a carrot. And you can see it's pulling through really, really easily. A lot of knives can't do that. And I really believe that, well, first, this is a pretty thin blade. The angle on here is, 14 to 16 degrees on each side. So knives that struggle doing that pull test are often more shaped like this rather than like this. So that meaning that the edge here is too steep if it gets stuck on there. But this knife did really well on that. It means that you'll have to work less hard on a lot of your slicing and cutting of dense vegetables. Okay, let's move on to the onion test. And this to me is the most important test. More knives fail this test than any other test. And it really doesn't have much to do with sharpness. There have been plenty of sharp knives that fail this test. It has more to do with the design of the knife and the angle of the blade, like between the edge of the knife and the body of the knife. If that angle is too shallow, then a knife will start to cut really good on the edge, but then get hung up at the point where the angle from the edge changes to the body of the knife. And then it just gets stuck there, and it's sharp as hell, but it's struggling because of that transition. So let's see how this knife handles. So let's see how this knife handles that transition. Okay, the horizontal cuts are effortless. So that means it has a good design between the edge of the blade and the body of the blade. And this also is going through very, very smoothly, very nicely. I do think also that the hammered edge is making it more easy to get through this vegetable. Okay, so yeah, that did a really nice job on the diced onion. High scores for that test because so many knives, like I said, fail this test. Okay, so next up is the freehand tomato slice test. And this test is all about the sharpness of the edge. So it is coming through really nicely. This isn't a super ripe tomato. But the blade is certainly sharp. Could do a little bit better on my knife skills here, being a little bit more level. Okay, so yeah, it does pretty dang nice on that test as well. Okay, so last up is the paper slicing test. And of course this test is again to see how finely honed the edge is. Sharpness and, is it really nicely honed or does it have some jagged edges on it? So you can see it is just shredding this paper. So obviously very sharp and doing an excellent job on that. Okay, so there you have it. This is the Paudin or Paudin 8-inch hammered chef's knife. On Amazon, it's about 30 bucks, 31 bucks, something like that. And, for that price, this is a damn good knife. I don't see how you could go wrong spending 30 bucks on a knife like this. So, hope you liked the review. Please leave a like and a comment below, and have a great day.